Welcome everyone to week 9. We're getting closer to the end. Before I jump on into the assignments, I just want to say when I initially designed this course, I was really hoping I would receive the outcome from the different teams that I am seeing this semester. Majority and sometimes all of the teams are spending just fantastic work. Keep up the great effort. Don't stop now. Even I was briefly reviewing the discussion board presentations from last week, and a lot of them are just amazing. I can tell you put in a lot of effort into them. Students are posting great feedback and comments within the discussion board. So please keep that up. So with that said, let's jump right into week 9. Obviously, you have the overview video, which you're watching right now, the module review, which is read Chapter 7, and review the PowerPoint presentation for Chapter 7. Then we have the course participation, which I'll touch on here in a moment. The Chapter 7 Learn Smart, the case study, which is Panera Bread Company back in 2015, Global Simulation Year 11 report, and the Global Simulation discussions for Year 11. And last but not least, of course, we have the quiz for Chapter 7. Let's go ahead and discuss the course participation assignment for this week. The topic is strategies to compete in the markets of developing countries. So as you're probably already aware of by now, going through your business degree or marketing degree, that just because a product sells in just even one region of the United States, it may not sell in another region of the United States, let alone in a different country. So products in advertising, it has to be modified to that local feel. So that's what you're going to be looking at within this assignment. You're going to choose a company, identify how they were able to modify their products for emerging countries. And then, of course, as always, you'll review the posts of your peers and provide a comment on at least 2 other posts. The replies must be intriguing and purposeful, which everyone's doing a great job for that for the most part. I'm still getting a few that are putting great posts and are not really adding any value to the initial post. And if I see any of those this week, I'm just giving them a 0. Because by now we already talked about that enough. But with that said, that's a very small few. So majority of you are being very engaging within the course participation discussion boards. So thank you. So next, we have the Chapter 7 Learn Smart. We have the Chapter 7 quiz, the case study, which you're all very familiar with by now, and the Year 11 report. Then again, I have to say it, everyone for the most part is stepping up to the plate. I've been kind of pushing a lot of teams to change their formatting, and most of them have changed their formatting, and they're doing fantastic, and it's amazing. Now, a few of you want to stick with your formatting, and I have kind of conceded to say, okay, that's fine, but still improve the internal look and feel of your document then. If you're going to keep the same cover page and more or less the same style, give me still a little bit more. Give me some more charts, tables, something, okay? I really want you to build upon it then. My preference, though, would be having to keep on changing it, but that's up to you. And some of you have already made comments within the feedback from last year's report. So, and then we have the Global Simulation Year 11 decisions. A lot of you are, doing fantastic. We still have a few that I'm concerned, and I'll talk about that here in a moment. So actually, let's go ahead and jump right into the results for Year 10.
Here we have the Year 10 scoreboard. Obviously, Company D is still leading the charge at 104. But what's interesting is if you look at the change from Year 9 to Year 10, it's 0. So that means some of the companies are catching up. We have Company A, which is one of the ones that are catching up. They actually gained 1. Now they're at 96. Company E, they gained 2. They're at 92. Company C actually dropped 6. But then again, like I always say, we're still early into the simulation, so it could be something different that they're trying. So I would not count Company C out at all. Company B, same thing. They actually dropped 5. They're at 86 now. But then again, they may be trying a different strategy. And then you have Company F. Even though they're last at 85, they actually gained 1. So you really have to dig deep into the data to understand really where you stand. Next, we have the game to date scoreboard. very similar to the year 10 scoreboard. Company D is at 105. Company A is at 98. Company E is at 97. C is 94. B is 91. And Company F is at 86. Then again, some of you may be counting out Company F because they're at 86. But there is only a 19-point spread from the top to the bottom. And 19 points is really nothing, this early on into the simulation. So to me, this is going to be tight all the way throughout. And it's only going to get even more challenging. So make sure you're not only looking at what Company D is doing, you want to look at what everyone is up to. Because you just never know who's going to be your competition in the future. So at this point, I'm going to stop here because clearly you already know how to look at the earnings per share, return on equity, stock price, credit rating, so on and so forth. So you don't really need me to go through those screens now. But with that said, as always, please reach out to me if you have any questions or concerns with your team members. And that's all I have. Have a great week.